It's been a long time since we've had an all-new MG, but the production line at Longbridge is alive again, and this is the first car to break cover, the MG6 GT hatchback. The MG6 GT is a family hatchback similar in size to Skoda's Octavia. There's also a saloon version without the hatchback's tailgate called the MG6 Magnette, but sales proved slow and this model was dropped in early 2015. While both cars are cheaper to buy than many rivals, the Octavia offers low running costs whereas the British offering claims to be more of a driver's car. It's an attempt to revive traditional MG of yore, harking back to the days before the marque was linked with Rover churning out rebadged and body-kitted performance cars. Remember the MGB, the top-selling sports car in the world in its day? That's what the Chinese-owned MG motor is aiming at: affordable and engaging British motoring. Although the MG6 was designed at the firm's Longbridge site by a team of 400 engineers and the final assembly takes place on the production line next door, 80% of the car's parts are manufactured in China. Pair of engines available from launch: there was just the one engine, a 1.8-litre turbocharged petrol unit with 158 bhp returning claimed average fuel consumption of 35.6 miles per gallon. This engine essentially ran unchanged until it was dropped in 2015. A 1.9-litre diesel joined the range in late 2012, with 148 bhp and claimed average fuel consumption of 53.5 miles per gallon. Initially CO2 emissions were rated at 139 gkm, but improvements for the 2014 model year saw this figure fall to 129 gkm for cheaper VAT and company car tax. Average fuel consumption improved too, to 57.6 miles per gallon. We'd suggest that diesel is the pick of the range for both fleet and private buyers because of its far lower running costs and extra pulling power. It has plenty of mid-range torque and performs well on the open road. Facelift in 2015. April 2015 saw the arrival of an improved MG6 GT range. The Magnette saloon was withdrawn at this point. At first glance it looks much the same as before, but a closer inspection reveals revised bumpers, front and rear light units including LED day running lights and modified side sills to make it appear lower to the ground, emphasizing its sportiness. Inside was a wholesale upgrading with a much better quality new interior, with a particularly good 7-inch touchscreen for the infotainment and sat-nav system. An electronic parking brake was also introduced on all models. The previous MG6 GT trim hierarchy of S, C and TSE was replaced by S, TS and TL, all with improved specifications and lower prices. Not only was the 1.8-litre petrol engine removed from the range, the 1.9-litre diesel enjoyed further enhancements. While power and torque figures remained the same, the 060 mph acceleration performance fell to 8.4 seconds and overall efficiency improved too. MG claimed 61.4 miles per gallon and 119 gkm of CO2. Good to drive, off the pace in other ways. Although the MG6 drives well and is a practical car in both GT and Magnette form, with a big boot and roomy interior, it has too many flaws to make a strong case for itself against its rivals. Cheap, brittle-feeling switchgear and controls, annoying levels of noise intrusion, clunky graphics on the display screen up to the 2015 facelift, together with myriad other factors add up to make earlier MG6s feel like cars that had been slightly rushed and could have done with more development time. While many of these factors were ironed out in 2015, it didn't become a class-leading car, but at least the revised pricing reflected that. Could this spacious, value-orientated British hatchback be the family car for you? Read the full MG6 GT review to find out. Performance. For a brand steeped in sports car heritage, MG6 performance is about where you'd expect it to be for a family hatchback rather than setting new benchmarks. Single petrol engine. The MG6 was available with one engine from launch, a 1.8-litre turbocharged petrol unit producing 158 bhp. It certainly sounds the part, mated to a 5-speed manual gearbox that's geared well and allows smooth and satisfying shifts. Although it isn't what you'd call blisteringly fast, the MG6 performance levels are respectable. 060 miles per hour is dispatched in 8.4 seconds, and the top speed is limited to 120 miles per hour to keep insurance costs down, apparently. When the MG6 range was facelifted at the start of 2015, the petrol engine was dropped from the UK range. Diesel engine improved from the latter part of 2012. The range was bolstered by the addition of a 1.9-litre diesel engine labelled the Detach. It develops 148 bhp and takes the MG6 from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 8.9 seconds. It too has a top speed of 120 miles per hour at launch. It had a claimed average fuel consumption of 53.5 miles per gallon, and an impressive 46.1 miles per gallon rating for urban driving. Tweaks to the engine for the 2014 model year saw this improve to a 57.6 miles per gallon average. As part of the enhancements for 2015, the diesel motor enjoyed a further raft of improvements. Although power and torque remained the same, the 060 time was shaved to 8.4 seconds. Yet fuel efficiency improved too, to a claimed 61.4 miles per gallon, complemented by CO2 emissions of 119 gkm. On the road it's a willing power plant that pulls strongly thanks to a generous 350 Nm of torque. It does start to sound thrashy and strained when the revs get closer to 4,000 revolutions per minute, but it's powerful and flexible enough that you really have to. Aiding its cause is a slick, easy-to-use manual gearbox with 6 speeds. A stop-start system is standard on the diesel MG6. When the system is switched on, it automatically cuts the engine when the car is stationary and in neutral to save fuel. Pressing the clutch pedal sees the engine fire up again. Parkers recommends both fleet and private buyers will be best served by the diesel engine, not only for its lower running costs but also for its extra mid-range pulling power. Handling, ride and handling are where the MG6 should excel, since it purports to be a driver's car. The main aspect that stands out is the steering, which, thanks to hydraulic assistance rather than the electronic assistance found on most cars, has more noticeable feel and feedback than the competition while avoiding being too heavy at slow speeds. Diesel models get a different power steering system with a variable rate setup, making it lighter at parking speeds and weightier at speed. The ride is firm, but also forgiving enough to be acceptable and soaks up bumps and potholes without drama. While the rather distant-feeling brakes could do with a bit more initial stopping power, dynamically speaking the MG6 is a decent car to drive with tidy handling. Equipment. Before the 2015 facelift, the MG6 came in 3 trim levels, S, SE and top spec DSE. Standard MG6 equipment at base level: the S gets 17-inch alloy wheels, air conditioning, electric windows and a CD MP3 player. There's also electronic brake force distribution (EBD), which apportions different amounts of braking force to each wheel to help keep the car stable when braking. Further standard safety kit includes emergency brake assist bar, which increases braking force in an emergency stop situation, a brake disc wiping system which helps keep the discs clean in heavy rain, brake pad wear sensors, this is nothing new in the car world, and a stability control system. There's also a hill hold assist system which automatically holds the brakes until the clutch is at biting point. Spec adds sat-nav with maps for 27 countries, rear parking sensors, cruise control, Bluetooth connectivity and a tire pressure monitor. The front electric windows have a net touch operation, whereas they don't on the S. Another addition is a leather-trimmed steering wheel with controls for the audio system and cruise control, although they feel cheap to touch and are not particularly comfortable to operate. Top of the range TSE spec introduces 18-inch alloy wheels, leather seats heated and electrically adjustable in the front, a full-color display for the sat-nav and a reverse parking camera with images displayed on the sat-nav screen. On the TSE, the rear electric windows are a net touch as well as the fronts, and there's also dual-zone climate control and rain-sensing wipers. The MG6 Magnette saloon in TSE spec also includes an electric sunroof and front parking sensors. Facelift in 2015. Following the 2015 facelift of the MG6 GT range, the previous S, SE and TSE trim levels were replaced by a new hierarchy of S, TS and TL. Standard 2015 MG6 equipment entry point for the 2015 MG6 range is the S specification, which the firm expects to make up around 5% of sales. It's keenly priced and includes LED daytime running lights, LEDs in the red portions of the rear lights, an electronic parking brake, hill start assist to prevent trolling back on inclined starts, 6 airbags, and FM radio with CD player, USB port and an aux-in socket, air conditioning and heated seats. Progress to the mid-range TS, likely to make up 50% of MG6 sales, and the specification significantly improves. Most obvious on the dash is the 7-inch touchscreen for the infotainment system, which now includes DAB radio, Bluetooth connectivity, mirror link function for Android phones and an app-based sat-nav with excellent graphics. Additionally, the TS comes with automatic lights, wipers and dimming rear view mirror, rear parking sensors, fabric and forks leather seats, a leather multifunction steering wheel and brushed metal trim finishes. Opt for the flagship TL, as MG expects 45% of customers to do, and you benefit with bi-xenon headlights with cornering function and washer jets, full leather upholstery, electrically adjustable front seats, dual-zone climate control, a reversing camera and a chrome finisher to the lower edge of the grille, all included in the package. Introduced in 2013 to celebrate the marque's involvement in the British Touring Car Championship, was the BTCC Special Edition. It featured 18-inch alloy wheels in matte black, a finish repeated on the roof, sails, mirrors, rear spoiler and lower front bumper. There were also various Go Faster graphics around the exterior. It was available in either white or blue and powered by exclusively the Petrol Engine. Standard equipment on the BTCC edition includes rear parking sensors, color sat-nav with a lifetime subscription to Traffic Master, cruise control and heated electric mirrors. Optional 2015 MG6 accessories. MG feels that because the facelifted 6 is so comprehensively equipped and with relatively small steps between the prices of the different trims, the only factory option available is metallic paint. Alabaster white is the only paint finish available on the entry-level S, while on the TS Midnight Black is a zero-cost option, but you'll pay extra for gunmetal grey metallic. Opt for the range-topping TL, and Passion Red Metallic is also available as an alternative to the other three finishes. Other than that, your MG dealer will have a range of accessories available, including floor mats and tow bars. Comfort. The basic seats mean that MG6 comfort isn't the last word in relaxation. The front seats do have a sporty profile, but lack the support you'd expect from a self-confessed driver's car. The rear has more than enough head and legroom for fully grown adults, and the rear seats are just as forgiving as those in the front. Road and wind noise is kept to a minimum, although overall refinement has some way to go before the Europeans start to get worried. Practicality. Considering the price tag, you get a lot of space for your money. While not as roomy as Skoda's Octavia, it has far more cabin room than the Ford Focus or VW Golf. MG6 Practicality credentials are also boosted by a very generous boot capacity of 498 litres, more than the Ford and VW but less than the Skoda. Diesel models have a useful maximum towing weight of 1,600 kilograms. Safety. MG6 safety attained an average 4-star rating in Euro NCAP testing. It features driver and front passenger airbags, side airbags, a tire pressure monitoring system and rear ISOFIX child seat mounting points. There are also the electronic brake force distribution (EBD), emergency brake assisted bar, brake disc coupling and stability control systems described in the equipment section. Reliability. Although earlier MG6s suffered with below-par build quality and some flimsy parts, the main concern centered around the 1.8-litre petrol engine, which was a development of the previous X-Series Rover unit, which suffered numerous head gasket failures. Positively, those mechanical fears have proven groundless. The modifications undertaken by MG's Chinese owners, SAIC, seemingly consigning such problems to the annals of motoring history. SAIC was also responsible for the design of the more appealing diesel engine, rather than carrying on with Rover's previous oil burner. It's been improved to boost efficiency over the time it's been on sale, again with no significant mechanical issues reported.